Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the African Savanna Aviary here at the Houston Zoo. Today is Giving Tuesday, and we are celebrating with our Gift of Grub campaign. Anyone who would like to donate or support can go onto the Houston Zoo's website, look for that Gift of Grub campaign, and you can help feed some of our animals, including Bruce, the Ruppel's griffon vulture. So right now, our vultures are getting some rabbits. The type of food that they get varies from day to day. Sometimes they'll be getting rats or mice. Sometimes they'll be getting bird of prey diet, which is similar to ground beef. And then other days, like today, they get a more specialized whole prey item like rabbits, knuckle bones with meat still on the bone, or other large items that they can eat. Now, Bruce is the Ruppel's griffon vulture. He is the large brown one in the back. That's Jasper that he's with. And then Ziggy and Nazgul are two Cape vultures. And then you can see just joining the party, that's Buzzy and Dizzy, our two hooded vultures. Ruppel's griffon vultures, like Bruce, are some of the largest birds in Africa. Their wingspans can get up to 8 feet, and they can weigh anywhere from 6.5 to 9 kilograms, which is about 14.5 all the way up to a little over 20 pounds. Bruce is a little shy of 7 kilograms, which puts him right around 15 pounds. Now, all 6 of our vultures have very distinct personalities. Bruce is sort of the old man of the group. At 11 years old, almost going on 12 years old, he is the oldest of our 6 vultures, but he's not actually that old. Ruppel's griffon vultures can live to be 40, even up to 50 years old. So he's still pretty young, he just has the personality of an old man. We do training sessions with our vultures every single day, and of the 6, Bruce is going to be the first one to decide, you know what, it's a little too cold today, it's a little too overcast, it's a little too rainy, I'm not feeling it, I'm going to sit up in my tree and not participate. So we kind of view him as the grumpy old man, despite the fact that he's still pretty young. Bruce first came to us from the Dallas Zoo in 2021. Where he initially lived with the other vultures in an all-vulture exhibit over in Big Cat Row. And then in the summer of 2024, he and the other vultures moved here to the Africa Savanna Aviary when our new Birds of the World exhibit opened, and joined some of the other African birds that you can see in here. Now, a lot of people think that because vultures are carrion eaters, that they're actually very dirty, but in reality, they're very clean animals. They have those beautiful bald heads to make sure that they stay nice and clean while they're eating. They also do a lot of bathing. So they will both bathe in the water, coming down to the pool to wash themselves off, as well as sunbathing. If you ever see them with those big 8-foot wingspans spread out on a nice sunny day, what they're doing is using the UV rays from the sun to kill any bacteria that might be on their feathers. And then lastly, they have very powerful stomach acid that can break down and destroy most viruses and bacteria. So not only are they helping to clean up the carrion in the environment, they're also removing sources of disease that could infect other animals. So they provide a very important ecological service for everyone in the environment, and it's good that we have them here. Now you can see that our big vultures, like Bruce, have that nice big beak that they use to break open carcasses, and they will sort of get everything going for all the other vultures. Vultures are very social, so they live in large groups, and it's the bigger, pushier vultures that will be the first ones in to eat. They will eat their fill. In the wild, they don't always know when they're going to be able to find their next meal, so they stuff their beaks as much as they can, as quickly as they can, sometimes eating as much as 3.3 pounds of food in a matter of minutes. And then once they've had their fill, they back off, and the next largest vultures will move in and get their fill, all the way down to the 2 hooded vultures in the back, Buzzy and Dizzy. Hooded vultures are some of the smallest vultures in Africa, and they'll use those long, slender beaks to get into all the hard-to-reach places that the other vultures can't get to. So between all of them, they will eat they can finish off an entire antelope in a matter of 20 minutes, going down the line of different vultures. Now, as opposed to the New World vultures that we have here in North and South America that have a sense of smell and will use that to help find food, the Old World vultures, like Bruce, do not have a sense of smell and are relying exclusively on sight to find their food. They will soar through the air looking for possible carcasses to eat. They will also sometimes follow herd animals on migration, waiting for a chance at a meal. A lot of people think that vultures are coming in to steal from lions and hyenas and other predators, but most of the time vultures are not eating food items that were predated by other animals. Sometimes they will if stuff is left over, but most of the time they are eating animals that have died a little more naturally of old age, disease, or injury. One fun fact about the Ruppel's griffon vultures: while they're flying around looking for food to eat, they are actually one of the highest flying species of birds in the world, and certain individuals of these species have been seen soaring as high as 37,000 feet, which is as high as most airplanes are cruising. So they can get very high up in the atmosphere, but most of the time they're flying a lot closer to the ground where it's quite a bit easier to see the food items that they're going to be looking for. So how can guests help vultures in the wild? That's a great question. The easiest way is just by being here. Your support of the Houston Zoo is helping us to support organizations that we work with in the wild, such as the RWCA and other organizations in Africa that are working with vultures. So just by being here at the Houston Zoo, you are helping these animals. Additionally, if you do ever find yourself traveling to Africa, there are also organizations in Africa that you can support. Be on the lookout for any organizations that are offering protection for vultures, helping to support protected areas where these animals can live in a little bit more peace, as well as making sure that you are not purchasing any products that have vulture artifacts involved in them. These guys are critically endangered in the wild. Their populations have dropped pretty dramatically, going from least concern in 2004 to near threatened in 2007, and then critically endangered in 2012, where they have remained critically endangered ever since. There's only about 22,000 individuals left in the wild, and a lot of the risk factors for them include loss of habitat due to agriculture, poaching for artifacts, as well as both incidental and intentional poisoning. So these guys obviously eating a lot of carrion. If farmers' livestock happen to pass in the wild, vultures are going to come down and clean that up as well. Some anti-inflammatory medicines that are being given to livestock are poisoning the vultures that are eating them. So a lot of organizations are working to try to find better medicine for livestock that are not going to be as harmful for the vultures, as well as intentional furidan poisoning from poachers. Game wardens and authorities in Africa have learned that one easy way to find poachers is to follow vultures to the site of a kill. Unfortunately, poachers have also realized that that's what is happening and have begun to poison the animals that they poach to essentially poison the vultures to make it harder to track their movements. So again, happy Giving Tuesday from all of us, including Bruce here at the Houston Zoo. If you would like to support any of our animals, Bruce included, you can go onto the Houston Zoo's website for our Gift of Grub campaign, where you can donate to help feed some of our animals. As you can see, Bruce there will greatly appreciate it. And have a wonderful day from us and the vultures.